this is pre-calc lesson 1-6, graphical transformations. You've done a lot of these already. This will be a review from Algebra 2. All right, so graphical transformations, rigid meaning we leave the size and the shape unchanged. So like you're moving it left, right, up, down, reflections, and then non-rigid, rigid, which means we're gonna like horizontally stretch or shrink. So these are all in your book, but these should be familiar to you. Horizontal, so that's gonna be in the parentheses. If you subtract, it goes to the right. If you add, it goes left. Vertical, if you add, it goes up. And if you subtract, it goes down. Realize vertical is out of the parentheses. Horizontal is going to be inside the parentheses. Horizontal is kind of the bizarro world. So describe how this can be transformed with this graph. And really all we want to do today is just tell me what transformation you see. So that -4 is outside. So that would be down 4. Down 4. Okay. You can see that on the next slide. All right. Got some different things going on here. X cubed is the original function. So that A is going to be what? Well, here to here is down 3. This would be left 2. And this would be right 3. So if we wanted to see this, it would be x cubed minus 3. This would be left x plus 2 cubed. And this would be x minus 3 cubed if you were looking at the function. Okay, so remember in the parentheses horizontal, out vertical. So there they are. All right, reflections. If you put a negative out front, that's going to reflect it across the x-axis. If you put a negative in front of the x in the parentheses, that's going to reflect it across the y-axis. All right, so horizontal stretches and shrinks. All right. Vertical is easy. You just have the C out front. If it's bigger than 1, it's going to make it bigger. So it's going to vertically stretch it. If it's less than 1, it's going to shrink it. Horizontal's bizarro. You got to do the reciprocal inside the function. So if C is greater than 1, it's going to horizontally stretch it. If it's less than 1, it's going to horizontally smush it or shrink it. So a horizontal stretch is the same thing as a vertical smush, and vice versa if you're looking at the graph. All right, so let C1 be this function right here. Find the equations for a vertical stretch of 4 for A. Well, vertical stretch of 4, we just put 4 out front and multiply it by the function. You don't need to multiply it out or anything, just need to write the basic function. B is a horizontal shrink by a factor of 1/3. All right, so that's horizontal, so we got to take the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3. We put that in front of the x, and then we put that in parentheses, 3rd, and then the +3 would be out there. Okay? So vertical out, horizontal in the parentheses. Okay? And they simplified it out, but we went to there and to there. Good enough for these transformations. Okay. The graph of y equals x squared undergoes the following transformations. Well, let's rewrite the function then. So first thing we've got x squared is the original. We're going to go 5 to the left. So that's going to be x plus 5. We don't have anything else horizontal going on, so that's going to be squared. Then a vertical stretch by a factor of 3. So where do we put the 3? Put the 3 out front. And then a vertical translation 4 units up. So that is what that graph or that function would look like if we did those transformations. Okay. Describe how to transform the graph. That's the function. So we got 3 things going on here. Let's figure them out. Negative out front, what's that? X-axis reflection. Plus or -2 in. Right 2. +4 out. Up 4. Okay, so tell me what's going on or write the equation, whatever it's asking for. Then we would take this function And you could see this is what the final resting spot would look like. All right, let's go through 42 in the assignment here. You don't have to just, I'm really looking for these, just telling me what's going on with the function. All right, transform the given function by a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. Well, if I want to do that for a, I would just put a 2 out front. And that's it. B, a horizontal shrink by a factor of 1/3. All right, so I'm going to have to replace just in front of the x. I'll take the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3, put that in front of the x. So that's what that would look like. All right, that's a wrap for